Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Shattered Image, chapter 35, and this one is titled Big Meetings. The next morning was very busy for everyone except for Sero and yourself, and he woke early remembering you and keen to see you again, but that secret smile on his face was wiped off very quickly when there was a knock on his door and he opened it to Denki standing on the other side. "Oh, hey dude, what brings you here so early?" he asked with surprise. "I'm the mule today," Denki said with a sweat-dropped look on his face as he held up some schoolwork for Sero to see. "We have a test later, so Isawa asked me to bring this in for you." "Oh, fun," Sero said sadly as he took the papers from Denki's outstretched hand. "Yeah, it's an open book apparently, but you gotta read through legislation and the modern hero to find the answers if you don't know," he added. "Oh," Sero replied sadly. "So, what, you don't have school this morning?" "Nope," Denki said brightly. "Isawa said he had some stuff to do, so he let us use this morning for study, and then we have the test in the afternoon." "Oh, okay," Sero said with a nod. "How's Yin doing?" Denki asked cautiously. "There was a news report about an attack on those guys a few days back, and although they didn't give names or show faces, I was wondering if it was her." "Yeah, it was," Sero replied sadly, "but I think she's doing much better now. She's different from before, and I think I'm getting somewhere with her," he added excitedly. "That's great, dude. I'm glad," Denki said encouragingly. "I hope things keep getting better." "Yeah, same," Sero said with a soft smile. Denki spotted the softness and smirked. "Don't tell me you're falling for her," he asked teasingly. Well," Sero said with a chuckle and a scratch to the back of his head. "I think I kinda am." "Whoa, what? Bro, she's crazy," Denki gasped. "Watch out for that one." "I know, bro, I know, but she's different with me. I feel like I get her, you know?" Sero said with a smile. No, I don't," Denki deadpanned, but with a chuckle. "You're totally whipped, dude." "I don't care. I just want to treat her right, yeah? She's been through so much, and I want to be there for her," he said. "Yeah, I get it," Denki replied. "But don't say anything yet. I need to take this one real slow," Sero added. "I got you, man, I got you," Denki said, with a fist out, and the boys bumped fists with a knowing smirk at each other. "Anyway, I better get back. I think Ida's coming tomorrow with your homework." "Oh, everyone's getting a turn, I see," Sero chuckled. "Okay, cool. I'll see him tomorrow then." "Okay, catch you, dude. Hey, also, when do you think you'll be getting out of here?" Denki asked as he walked backwards down the hall, away from the room with his hands in his pockets. I don't know, but I'll message you when I know," Sero called to his backwards walking friend. "Sweet. Laters," Denki called back, taking one hand out to wave before spinning around and heading off to the exit. Sero smiled and then looked down at the papers in hand and turned back to his room. "I kind of just want to move on now. I wonder how much longer we have in here," he asked himself as he went to prepare to go and visit you for the morning. Isawa got to the hospital shortly before Denki arrived to give the papers to Sero, and he made his way quickly to the psych ward for the results of your tests yesterday. He had gotten the email about them being ready at 3 a.m. that morning, but decided to finish his work shift, then get to school to detail the students about their test, before heading over to the hospital to check on his most troublesome, yet somewhat dearly beloved student, who just needed some guidance in life. "Good morning," Isawa greeted as he entered the lady's office, to 5 people being inside. "Everyone is here," he said. "Good morning, Eraserhead," she greeted politely with a bow. "Yes, I have everyone here. Please allow me to introduce them all to you." Isawa nodded. "This here," the lady gestured to the man behind her, "is the head of the mental health ward here and has been overseeing Yin from the hidden observation room. He is our observational therapist." "Good morning," the man said with a bow. Isawa nodded in return. "And this here is our head quirk psychologist," the lady said, stepping along to the next person. "They have been analysing Yin during her quirk tests." Isawa nodded again. "Pleasure," he said blandly. "And here," the lady said, gesturing to the third person along the line, "our resident quirk interventional radiologist who reads the MRI scans." "Pleased to meet you," Isawa said with a nod, and the lady bowed in return. "And our final 2 are those who have conducted the tests and scans on Yin and can tell you what the data has confirmed, along with the input from our other 3 physicians," the lady said. "All of this evidence will stand in court, which I think you will find pleasing." Wonderful, Isawa said. He wasn't particularly feeling very wonderful at the moment. Tired was better suited, but he was hopeful that this was going to come to an end soon. Shall we sit? The lady asked, gesturing to a table adjacent with 7 seats around it. I feel this will be quite a lengthy conversation. Aizawa's face fell slightly at the mention of it being a lengthy conversation, but he obliged. Let's begin, he said, walking over and sitting down. The rest of the people in attendance followed, and the interventional quirk radiologist spoke first as he sat down. I can tell you right now, sir, we need to have Yin medicated as soon as possible. She has a serious mental health condition relating to her quirk. I suspected as much. Aizawa replied. Continue. He added. Sero left his guest room and headed down the hall to your room, expecting to see the lady with her keys for the room waiting there as usual, but today there was a different person. Oh, hello. Sero greeted him. I'm used to the lady being here. Oh, yeah, she's in a meeting right now, so I'm on duty, he said with a smile. You here for a visit? Yep, Sero said with a warm smile, and the guy smiled back. Okay, in you go, he said as he presented a key and inserted it into the lock, and the door clicked open. If you need me, I'll be right here. No need, Sero said with a smile. She's not dangerous. Oh, okay, the guy replied. I guess that's what happens when you're dating, right? Love changes people. Oh, we're not dating, Sero said with a sweat-drop look on his face. Oh, well, not yet, anyway. He thought. Oh, sorry, my bad, the guy replied. Anyway, in you go. And Sero nodded and sheepishly stepped in. Jeez, everyone thinks we're together. Well, we might as well be, he thought. As he walked the short corridor and then stepped around the corner, he saw you sitting on the bed with a funny look on your face, and he stopped. What's up? He asked. Nothing, you said as you looked away. He studied you for a second and then blushed and scratched the back of his neck shyly. Did you hear the guy? He asked. You nodded and then cleared your throat. Yeah, man, everyone is whack. Why do they think we're dating? That's so weird, you replied with a fake huff. Secretly, you kind of liked it, but you didn't want to show it. I don't know. Maybe because we're so close, Sero offered. Meh, whatever. You're like a brother to me, I guess. I've never had a brother, but I've heard they're annoying, like you teased. You had said what you had said out of a little embarrassment and the fact that you didn't want Sarah to start backing off in case the boyfriend thing started to get to him, so covered it with the whole brother act, then decided to add your usual teasing on the end, but Sarah looked a little deflated and your heart hurt. Crap, why does he look sad? Was it the annoying comment? You asked yourself, panicking that you'd upset him. I guess you're not super annoying though, you added to try and lighten the weight, and he half smiled at you. Oh, okay, he said. It was quiet for a bit, and then you let out a loud sigh. I hate this place. Have you had breakfast? You asked him. No, not yet. I was coming to see if you wanted to go to the cafe with me. He asked a little sullenly. Ew, not that place again, you said, eagerly getting out of bed and sliding your hospital slippers on. What are you going to get today? 5-day-old egg sandwich? You asked teasingly as you shuffled over to him. Let's pray that she slips and trips on her slippers and then just face plants into Sarah and they kiss. That's entirely possible, isn't it? Well, it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, stay tuned for chapter 36 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.